guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome back to another episode of Travel with Shami. And if you're new here, thank you for clicking. Please remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and let's grow together. So on to today's episode, I'm gonna be telling you about my favorite 10 things to do in New York. So if you find yourself in New York and you have a day or two, this is definitely your go-to YouTube video. So I'm gonna do it in the order of geographical order so that it's easy for you to maneuver, because the US, like I said in several of my videos now, it's very huge, and I think you want to have like a systematic order in which you want to do all these visits, right? So I will try and keep them as close as possible, but again, you can spread them out as well. So the first place I'd recommend is the Statue of Liberty on Liberty Island, and it has a very interesting history because it's an icon of freedom and symbolizes the abolition of slave trade, and it was used as a sign to welcome immigrants getting into the US through New York, and over 12 million immigrants have passed through the Statue of Liberty. So you can get there by paying for a ferry to the Liberty Island, or you could do what I did, go to a different island called the Governor's Island. So when you're going there, you get to also see it. It's from a distance, but you can still see it. But if you have time and the money, you could always do all. You could go to the Liberty Island, but you could also go to Governor's Island. But through Governor's Island, you can still see the statue. It doesn't look so clear on this video, but trust me, you could actually see it from the ferry heading to the Governor's Island. And then number 2, I would recommend the Governor's Island. It's a very interesting space. I am with my family and we're waiting for a ferry to go to Governor's Island. We're a few minutes early. We just bought our ticket. It's coming in about like 10 minutes. Anyway, so you can use the ferry to go to the Governor's Island and like just to like have a view of New York from this side. But they also have all these choppers. I honestly don't know how much it is. But yeah, I'll probably check it out and then let you guys know. So this is how the view looks. Yeah, then that's New York, Manhattan side. Yeah, so stay tuned. So there's a lot of activities you could do on the Governor's Island, but at this point I was so tired and hungry from all the walking, so we decided to eat fast, and we ate at Taco Vista. It's a Mexican restaurant, and we had burritos for lunch, but they have different hotels that you could eat from. They also have a resort that you could check yourself in, but you'd have to book online prior to going there. They also have all these cute bikes that you could rent out and use to explore the island, because it's pretty huge and you might not be able to cover most of it when you're walking on foot, also because of the heat. And these bikes are so cute. You could like have one for like 2 people or 4 people. Yeah, but there's so much you could do on the island. Yeah, but I didn't go all the way because I didn't have time, plus I was feeling. The third place that I think you should visit is the World Trade Center and the 9/11 Memorial Park. So this was a large complex of comprising of 7 buildings before the 9/11 bombing, and they're trying to rebuild it. I think they're like on their 4th or 5th. So you could go into either of the buildings, grab a coffee or something. After that, go to the where the Twins Tower was, where the actual bombing happened, and they have this pools that they've built that have a reflection, and this is actually the biggest man-made falls. It's very interesting space. You could go and pay your respects for the over 3,000 people that died there, and just like spend the day. They have the museum itself, but you have to book in advance, of course. Number five on the list is the Brooklyn Bridge, which is not too far from the 9/11 Memorial Park. And on this bridge, it joins Lower Manhattan to Brooklyn, which is one of the cities that makes up New York State. It's very nice to walk up. It could take you around maybe 20 minutes, depending on how much you're stopping. But oh my God, it has the best view of both Manhattan and Brooklyn. You could take a lot of photos. It's symmetrical. Yeah, it's just a good place to daydream and just like enjoy your views and enjoy the bridge. And they sell all these cute things that you could buy as souvenirs when you're starting out at the bridge, which is where I'd recommend that you buy from. They go as low as $1. And I remember I actually bought this short glass which was written NYC on it. It was very, very cute. So definitely recommend that you buy them from this side of Manhattan. So you could always walk back to Manhattan from using the bridge rather, but my suggestion would be that you just take a subway back to Manhattan rather than walking back the whole bridge. But if you feel that you have time or you want to enjoy the stunning views all over again, I mean, feel free. But yeah, you just have to have, of course, Google Maps, key in, and you just have to have your Google Maps, key in, or have someone take you who's familiar with the place, or just even buy your okay, nah, not really. I would not suggest being by yourself. I think it's important to have someone who knows the place, or at least go there the first time with someone, then now you can do it alone. Yeah, but ideally you should definitely be with someone. So the whole 5 places that I've mentioned so far can be really time consuming and a bit draining because of the sun. Also, if you're doing it during the summer, remember the temperatures are high, it's very hot, it's a bit humid, so you might want to call it a day at that point. But if you feel like you have the strength, you can go on with these other 6 places, though I highly doubt you can be able to cover everything in one day. You might need to get another day for you to be able to complete the trip. So my number 6 place to recommend is Central Park. Now, Central Park is also very, very huge. It's over 800 acres and there's tons and tons of things to do. But again, you can't always do all these things in one day. Okay, maybe you can if you're doing like Central Park all together like in one day. But if you have other plans to visit other places, you might not be able to cover all the activities and all the places within Central Park. So the interesting thing about Central Park, or rather the good thing about Central Park, is that they have all these bikes that they usually hire out. So you could just hire out a bike and use it to ride through the park. That way then you get to cover most of the places, if not all. Also, there are these city buses. Oh my God, there are these city bikes that are called city bikes basically, and it's like if you've been to the UN, they have these bikes that you can use from the main gate going to the offices. So it's basically the same concept here, and I think they're like in all major cities. I've seen them in Boston and I've also seen them in New York. So you hire them out for 30 minutes, and then after that, for every 30 minutes that you spend out without taking it to the station, so they have like random bike stations spread out all over the city. So if you take it and you check it in, that's it. But if you don't check it in, for every 30 minutes they add you $4, which I think if you're doing like a trip, I mean like a tour to Central Park, I mean I think it's worth paying. Yeah, so you could do that, and of course they're cheaper than the ones that you get to hire out from the guys at Central Park. Anyway, so yeah, Central Park, and it has like this oasis. They call it something oasis, I don't remember the name exactly, but it's basically like a park within Central Park where you can actually do skating, and like there's a restaurant there, coffee shops, you can eat, you can just chill if you want to like take a break and then continue with your activities in Central Park. But of course there's an entrance fee, and so I didn't go in, also because I was working with time. Then from there, when you leave Central Park, you want to walk on the 5th Avenue. So interesting fact about New York City and Manhattan, to be specific, they've named all the streets in order. So like 1st Avenue, 2nd Avenue, 3rd Avenue, all the way to I think 50 something Avenue, if I'm not wrong. There's so many streets, so that's how you tell someone I'm at 1st Avenue. They now the Fifth Avenue, which is very popular for being the center or the world's best shopping place, because it's a street, it's a big street full of all this the who's and who's in fashion industry. The avenue has all this high-end boutiques that you can ever imagine of, all the Chanel's, the Louis Vuitton, any high-end boutique that you can ever imagine or think of will be right there. So you want to walk down the Fifth Avenue and just like see, like go in if you want, and they have like all this interesting services. You'll be served a glass of champagne as you shop. They'll even like be wearing gloves. It's very, very high-end, very classy and sassy, anything you can think of, right? So after that, you definitely want to go to my number 8 place, and that's the Grand Central. So Grand Central is basically a train station, but it's like a fancy train station. So it has all the main trains going all over the US. You will find them there, and yeah, you might not be going anywhere, but you can just go to Grand Central just for its architectural designs. So like inside Grand Central, I'll put a photo here because I didn't take any videos, yeah, on my somewhere here, yeah, and you'll see like you'll see the architectural design, the art like on the roof of the building. Oh my god, so magnificent, guys. And then it has all these coffee shops, all these restaurants where you can just like sit in and eat and drink. You don't have to be using the trains, and just like see people, and like if you like watching people like I do sometimes, that's the best place for you to do that. And if you really like chai, like Kenyan tea, Kenyan chai, like proper Kenyan chai, that's a place to go. There's like a lot of coffee shops there, that if you want to try out their coffees, I think you would love it. Then so Grand Central will not take you long. It's just like somewhere you just like can pass through, yeah. Then after that, my number 8 or 9.
What are you saying? What is he saying?
I can't even remember, I lost track. I think number 8 or 9 thereabout. I would highly recommend doing a UN tour if you're an IR student, or if you're into international relations. And basically, UN, oh god, who would not want to visit the UN headquarters? So what usually happens is that you would have to book for a tour online beforehand, and then so they'll give you the dates that the tour is available, and it fills up very quickly. So you want to book that as soon as you can, because you'll find the slots maybe they're full, so you want to do that as fast as you can. And with that tour, you get to see the United Nations headquarters in the New York. Oh my god. And this place, like being an international relations student, for me it was like a dream come true. It was me basically living my dream. Stuff I've studied about, we've read about the UN over and over, all the way from primary school right until campus. So being able to go there and like get to see all these conference rooms, all these things like inside the UN, I'm really grateful. I feel so privileged. And views like so they have like this room. So these guys are so fancy, man. I don't even think the UN in Nairobi, like if you think UN in Nairobi is like fancy and nice, wait until you come to the UN headquarters. They have this room that's just like a quiet room where you can just go in and sleep, take a nap, or just like chill, and it has the view. So it's like next to the ocean. There you can go to the outside, like outside that room, or rather outside the offices, they have a rose garden. Can you imagine a rose garden? So if you're into flowers, red roses, white roses, all the kind of roses that you can imagine, they're there. So you just go, you walk around, you get out to see the view. And I hear that during American 4th of July, the Independence Day, they do all these fireworks, and I have not seen it myself, but I have heard the stories and I cannot wait to experience that for myself. So the number 9th place that I would recommend for you to go is any building that has a good view of Manhattan from above. So that would be One Vanderbilt and One World Observatory, or the Empire State Building. So I think Empire State Building charges. I have not yet gone there, but you definitely want to go there if you want to see New York from, rather New York City, Manhattan to be precise, from like high heights. And I would recommend doing this at night because then you're gonna get the best view with the lights and everything. But I mean, whatever chance you get, because I also think you have to book these places. I'm not honestly not sure. That's like the one thing that I haven't done, but hopefully by the time I do another tonight, I will probably post it. But you could do it either daytime or nighttime, and that's why I decided to feature it here, because yeah, I've seen a few photos and I think I like the way it looked. Even from the outside you can see it, but then it's better when you're on the inside yourself and getting that view of Manhattan. Then the 10th place I'd recommend is New York Times Square and catch a 12 through Broadway show. So they have all these theaters where you can watch live performances of different shows, and you have very many options. So I would definitely recommend that. And I think the best time for you to go is like Giorni. That way at least like the lights are up, but you can still do it during the day, but at night I think it has a better view. So yeah, I'll have it here, and when I do my 10 things to do at night, then I will definitely also feature it there. But for now, the best view I can give you is a daytime view. And also there are these tour buses that you can actually pay for, and they take you through around New York City and Manhattan basically, and so you'll get to see all these things if you want to. But I think for the best experience is that you want to be maybe with someone who's been there before, someone who can show you around. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have anyone, you can't pay for these passes or just do it yourself. The good thing about the US is that Google Maps will actually work, because every tiny street, like even in the estates, it's named. You'll find it on Google Maps. So with as long as you have your maps, you know where to catch your bus or your train back home or whatever you're staying. If you're staying in New York or outside New York, you're good. You're honestly good to go. Just have an open mind, walk through, and just like get to experience New York. Oh god, actually I forgot one last place, so I guess that would be the 11th place, and it's basically this building called The Edge. It's so beautiful. I really like the structure. You can go in and like climb all the way up and also get to like have a good view of Manhattan, but not similar to Empire State, because Empire State is like very, very tall, but this one is just like, it's an okay size, but it's very beautiful. Especially if you want to take photos and videos, you could definitely consider going it there. I think yeah, it's just somewhere you pass through when you're going to I don't know, whatever place you're going to. And then from there, okay, one last one, like a bonus. Take this as dessert. The dessert for the video, or like the bonus. Yeah, so that would be the little island at Pier. I don't know if I said it that well, but it's basically a man-made island in the middle of Manhattan. Oh my god, like the view from like this side of the city and you're looking at that island is really nice. Even on that island you can see the Empire State Building. You'll see all these nice places from the island, because they have like how it's built. You can like go all the way up and like sit up there and be able to like see Manhattan and New York City. Basically it has a very nice view and it's free. You can do picnics, you can enter with your food. It's basically a public park that is a man-made island. Isn't that so cool, guys? Like, you know, like I wish we had such back at home. Yeah, so definitely do that since it's free, and then you can take like such cool videos like this one that I took, and yeah, post it on your Instagram or your what? I almost said Tinder. Oh gosh. Anywho. I hope I gave you insightful information about the places you should visit in New York, whether you're here alone, whether you're with people that are from here. I think those are like the top places to visit while you're in New York. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you liked it, leave me a comment. Tell me what other videos that I could do. Tell me the parts that you actually didn't like, or maybe what information that you'd like to hear me talking about. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share the video with your friends and your family. That would do me so much, and it would go a long way in helping us, in helping me grow my channel. Yeah, thank you guys. Until next time, and see ya, travel.